And thanks for staying with us on Standpoint. Now, as politicking for the successor of Governor Godwin Obaseki of the People's Democratic Party thickens, the All Progressives Congress has released its timetable and schedule of activities for September the 21st governorship election in Edo State. The APC timetable released on Monday was signed by the party's National Organizing Secretary, Sulaiman Arungungu. Now, according to the party, the sale of nominations, expression of interest and delegates forms for contestants will begin on January the 10th, or has begun on January the 10th, and will end on January the 29th, while primary election is slated for February the 17th. The APC pegged the price for the expression of interest and nomination forms at 10 million naira and 40 million naira. Now, already political gladiators are squaring up in the state, where the 19 political parties are expected to field a candidate each. But the polls, like previous ones, will turn out as a two-horse race, or at best, three-horse race. Now, joining me to talk about this is one of the governorship aspirants of the APC and a member of the House of Representatives, Anamero Dekeri. He joins us from our Abuja studio. Good to have you join us.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon. I want to begin with a statement that you made concerning this particular election. You have not shown your interest, but you have said that it shouldn't be about Nigerians should shun politics of turn by turn. Explain what you mean by that.
Okay, thank you very much. Let me clarify what I mean by politics of turn by turn. In my view, leaders should be selected on the strength of their competencies, preparedness, and total and comprehensive profile of who the leader leaders aspiring for position are. Why I don't believe in the policy of turn by turn or turn by turn zoning arrangement is I feel it breeds incompetence. For instance, I'll give you a scenario. It's one thing for somebody to be prepared for a position, then it's another thing for that position to be enforced on the person on the basis of zoning arrangement. I liken it to a situation in law. Let me please. I'm trying to give you an analogy. In law, they said before a crime is committed, there's a principle that says that the first thing that comes to mind is the metus rea. That means you must conspire within yourself that you have the intention to commit a crime before the actus reus. The actus reus is the actual commission when the criminal goes for the crime. In the case of zoning arrangement, most of these candidates that parties throw up on that basis are not prepared. That is, the mens rea is not there. They are only ready for the actus rea because it has been thrown upon them. And these two variables, or these two factors, they don't travel in isolation. There must be consensus addendum. That means there must be an agreement between these two factors before an action can actually be executed. This is why the 3-star governors the state has ever produced, starting from Dr. Samuel Gbemudia, when he came in as the military governor of the state, he did everything possible to ensure that development was taken across the state. Most of the roads we have in Edo State today, the Igara Road, Auchi, Sabogida, Ifo Road, E4 Bini Road, Dr. Ogbemudia made this state architecture possible because he was prepared. He had that will to develop the state. You take it further to late Professor Abdul Folorusho Ali, who is my hero, my mentor.
Allow me come in here. I know that if we go on and list the number of governors, it will take a while. But you said that you do not support zoning, but from what you are saying, you rather competence and merit. But on the other hand, you're also saying that since you've also claimed that Edo Central and Edo South districts have had more share of political power, and that it's time for Edo North, because Edo North has only produced just one governor. It almost sounds as though on one side you are saying merit and competence, but on the other side you are saying it should also be zoned to Edo North.
No, if you listen to me very well, I said I don't believe in that arrangement. However, if I must speak to that position, this is what has been. I am not a student of a zoning arrangement at all. I have only true light on it to those that are playing the victim sentiment. That, oh, we have been shortchanged, we have been doing. I only true light on it that this is how it has been. This is where we are coming from. This sector are produced it. But however, I want to lead Edo State. I don't want to lead Edo North. I don't want to lead Edo Central or South alone. That is the entire territorial district of the state is what I am aspiring to lead. On the basis of that, I don't believe in that sentiment. I only throw analysis for people to understand that the man that is actually crying wolf is actually the one that is oppressing the North. But in my opinion, that is not what should be on the table right now. Because politics of the state over the years, this issue of zoning actually came more to limelight because people believe that if you are fortunate to be governor of the state, that is when you can develop your sector or develop your zone. It's absolutely wrong. As a leader, you are leader. You lead all, and you should be fair in your judgment. Spread the development across the state according to the needs of the people. But those selfish and clannish mentality that believe that, if I am elected, that is when I will develop my area, I think it is wrong, and I don't think it's something we have to encourage. Thank you.
Mr. Dekeri, when you say that the man who is crying wolf, I want to believe you are responding to Edo Central. If you look at this current dispensation, for example, beginning from this Fourth Republic, we've only had, in fact, we only had Osarime Onsubo, if I'm correct, from the Edo Central, and he was removed, by the court. And some people will say Edo Central has never led in this dispensation. So when you say that, the man who is crying wolf is the one who, has benefited, or I don't want to quote you wrong. If it should be zoned then, if they were to go by that, if Edo State is to go by that arrangement, shouldn't Edo Central be the one to get that zoning because of this particular dispensation, not having produced any governor?
Yeah. Okay. I'm sorry. I am not talking about the zoning arrangement. Like I told you, I don't want to dwell on this zoning arrangement because it is at the people. It doesn't bring out the best of the people who are willing, who are determined, who are ready to make sacrifice of service. What I want to, if you compare me, the governorship seat is not the only political position that the state that comes to the state. If you study our state political or political position very carefully, if you want me to throw light on it, but it's not something I want to dwell on. Edo State since the beginning of 1999 has produced 10 ministers. Out of these 10, 5 ministers came from Edo Central. And if you look at our numbers, they have the least population among the 3 senatorial districts. But like I said, we are one big family. This is not something we should be talking about. We should be talking about how do we take the people out of this current state that has befell the people. The people are suffering.
That's my next question to you, Mr. Dekeri. Even as we move away from the zoning conversation, what have you identified as the biggest challenge or challenges in Edo State, and how do you think they can be fixed?
The biggest challenge we have in Edo State now is how to redeem the people from this leadership bereft of ideas and vision. The people are suffering. Our children are killing themselves on the street. Nobody is talking about it. Children are killing themselves out of frustration. There is not a single day that the government deem it necessary to call the youth council meeting in the state to address this situation. Our people who are predominantly farmers, they be deprived of their farm. There is no basic support. There is no attention given to the farmers. People are getting confused by the day. We need a system that works. We want a state with a defined blueprint, whereby successful administrators or leaders will be proving on this blue state. Where is Edo State now? Where do we want Edo State in the next 10 years? What is the population? Do we even have the accurate statistics of our people? What are the needs of these people? Nobody is talking about that. Basic infrastructures have completely failed. We are not talking of schools. We need more schools. Our schools are short of teachers. We are talking of those best on the lips. These are so many other challenges. Where are the industries? Every mini state today adopt this public-private partnership. If we investors to their state, to ensure that the teeming youth are gainfully employed. Like I told you, leadership can only perform if the willpower is there. What we have in Edo State today, the willpower is completely lacking. Nobody cares of the future of the people. And at the end of the day, where do we find ourselves? We don't have another state. We don't have another state we call our own. This is the only state we have. Every mini Edolite must come on board and say enough is enough. And let us enthrone a government of the people, an egalitarian society where social justice will prevail. This is what I believe.
It's like you do not think that the government of Governor Obaseki has achieved anything in the past 8 years?
I'm totally disappointed. Totally disappointed. If you visit Edo State have been dismembered. One senatorial district can no longer connect the other. Look at Edo State between Benin and Dekpoma, a distance of less than 40 minutes. It takes average of 4 hours. Look at intercommunal roads. Nobody is talking about that. We are not talking of even the local empowerment. Our women are very, very industrious, great traders, you can imagine. But today, these people are looking almost hopelessly. When infrastructures collapse, commerce will naturally come to a standstill. The state is not working. We take it or leave it. The state is not working. Everywhere many citizens of the state, it must come to terms on how do we rescue the state from this total state of collapse. Thank you so much.
The APC has slated its primary election for February the 17th. What are your expectations as regards to that primary? And what happens if you do not emerge the candidate of the APC?
Thank you so much. By the grace of God, I believe APC is a great party, a party that believes in reward for hard work. I have worked for APC over the years. Before I took the front line politically in 2015, I have always been working for APC. I have never been a member of any other party. Successive elections, I have supported candidates across the states. I have done what is humanly possible to support APC. And even the blind could see. The APC members knows my contribution to the party. For me, I am not saying that is an entitlement. However, for us to set good example, APC must be seen as rewarding hard work. Because of this, I have the strong conviction that if APC has to narrow down a candidate, I should be the candidate of APC. And looking at my level of acceptability across the state, the people know, they know their own. They know I have passion. I'm passionate about the well-being of the people. My intervention in the education sector over the past 30 years is speaking for me. I have shared millions of writing materials to students of primary and post-primary schools because I am an apostle of Nelson Mandela, who believed that the right weapon to change the world positively is education. And if we truly want to govern our people, the people should know. We should encourage the people to hold us accountable. How will these people hold us accountable if they don't know their rights? I am looking at a situation where APC will enthrone a leader that when I leave the office, successive leaders that will be coming after me would have learned a lesson that leadership, that when people surrender their right to you to lead them, should not be an avenue for primitive wealth acquisition. They should be held accountable for every action or inaction they may have done. Because of that, I'm looking at a situation where in the near future, people, we can look at almost 60 people just need to become the governor of Edo State today. They are not doing that because of the love they have for the state. They are doing that because, most of them are doing this because, oh, this is, they can come and do anything, and go scot-free. The people they don't care. The masses are helpless. They cannot ask. So I want a situation where I will leave an example. Anybody coming after me, we know that, look, I am here to work. I am here to make sacrifice of service. Before you know it, they can call you to come and be the governor of the state, and you will politely look at yourself and look at the scenario politely and possibly turn it down if you know you don't have anything to offer the people other than question for personal wealth aggrandizement. Thank you.
Thank you so much for your time. We have our eyes on just political development in Edo State. I'm sure we'll have more conversations with you as things progress. Thank you for talking to us. The governorship aspirant of the APC and member representing Isako Federal Constituency in the House of Representatives, Anamero Dekeri.
Thank you for your time too. I appreciate this. Thank you.
At that standpoint, remember you can watch a repeat broadcast at 11 p.m. tonight and 6 a.m. on Sunday morning. Thanks for watching. I am Precious Amai.